tuning in with Tierra Tanae. Welcome to the Lions Den. What's up? It's your girl Tierra Tanae, and you are now tuned in to the Lions Den. On today's episode, we're going to be getting into some wine and some personal talk with my homeboy, JAIMO. What's the deal? How are you today?
Oh, I'm alright, I'm good.
All right.
Glad to be here. Blessed.
I'm definitely happy to have you here. So if y'all see it right now, we got so many different wines. And yes, this is all there. Okay, period. Let's talk about this. So real quick, who are you? JAIMO, what is it that you do? Where can people find you, for starters, on social media or any other platforms that you may have?
Well, for now, BBH_Music Life. That's the hub. Then I have Luxury Wine Vineyards. That's where you can just check out everything. It's the inside of it. And then Homage 84 is my newest page. That's what the newest brand we revamped it to.
I love that.
Website will be up.
Okay.
Yeah, we took everything down.
Revamping? That's perfect. So what is BBH Music like?
Bound by Honor.
Bound by Honor.
Yeah, Bound by Honor started from my dad's autobiography. It's on Amazon right now.
Come on now.
Yeah, Bound by Honor, Torn by Greed, the true and untold story of the Young Boys Incorporated. My dad was like one of the main guys in YBI.
So what is that? That's also another question that I had, because I know a lot of us obviously are new to all of this, and I'm interested. So what is YBI?
Well, Young Boys Incorporated was the organization. Well, if you watch the BMF series, you watch that?
Yep, I
hear
did.
Big Meech talking like, yeah, when we grew up, man, we wanted to be like YBI.
Yeah.
So that was my dad and them.
Okay.
You know, they came before them. So it was really, the only hope we had in Detroit at that time was Motown, Big Three, and YBI.
YBI.
So yeah, young guys, 12, 13, 14, shit, making like $300,000 a week. They were young. Put batteries put in their back by older gentlemen and shit. But he ended up making his rise and rankings to the boss level and took it to Boston and everything like that. So we're working on a series too.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what we're working on. So he's doing that with a friend out of Hollywood. He got some connections with Hulu or something. So trying to get it together.
So would you, or not even necessarily would you, but would other people consider your father to be somewhat of like a kingpin of any sort, or how would you elaborate that as far as the relationship goes?
Well, he wouldn't label himself that.
Of course.
He was just a guy that was in the situation, environment. Yeah, probably was an environment. Well, good family and everything, but it was all women. My grandma, my great-grandmother, then my great-grandfather passed. He just, went down, got with the guys. So he wouldn't label himself that. Some people would say kingpin, some people say boss, whatever. He'd say, man, I'm a person.
Being businessman.
Yeah, that's he's a person.
I love that. So how, being the son of somebody that was so influential, just generally in the city and in the community, as being the son of that person, have you created either your own legacy or continue your father's legacy?
Well, I continue my father's legacy by what he instilled in me as a young man, how to be a man. Even him being a street figure, if you could say there was a good street guy, that was him. He didn't do anything to anyone, anything that wasn't warranted. He always tried to do fair business. Anybody that was down with him, they had their own. You didn't have to rely on him, like, we're gonna all go shopping, I'm gonna pay for you and shit like that. Everybody just had their own thing. So with me, I just wanted to carry that on. My brother kind of went more so that route. I played sports, went to Catholic school. And later on got caught in the mix, jumped in a little bit, but I found my own little game, the opposite of that game.
Right. And is that the wine? Or how would you consider, what is your game?
Well, yeah, on the up and up scale.
Heard you.
Yeah, wine and stuff.
I love that. So what even made you want to get, actually before I go into that, let's go a little bit back, because before we actually were filming, y'all, we were talking about like the auto show and a couple of things that I didn't know anything about, and I kind of just want to dig back and answer that real quick. We were talking about Gang Squad. Now Weatherfield knows about the Gang Squad. I don't know nothing about no Gang Squad. So what is that? And I know that fellow Detroiters, don't sue me. Y'all probably, whatever. Tell me, what is Gang Squad? And what happened with Gang Squad at the auto show?
Okay. Gang Squad, first of all, I gotta give them their respect. It was like the toughest era of law enforcement in Detroit City, which was cool. Like we was talking about before, they were black guys that lived in the community, so they know how to govern the community. The young guys in there that grew up with them, parents grew up there, so they had roots here. It wasn't just, gentrification on the law enforcement side. In the city and shit. So with Gang Squad, it was an individual task force of just tough, rough motherfuckers, man. Like, don't get caught out of bounds, man. You feel me? Like, you gonna get through on the ground, you gonna get hit in the ribs, but it wasn't like I'm gonna go home and cry about it. Like, shit, you wanna go to jail, you wanna go home.
Right. So, were they just doing, like, was this to random people, or like?
No, like, okay, say, it could be, they can get, tips and everything, but
right.
They know certain hot areas, so they gonna ride through, they patrol certain areas, and they identify people, and they catch people with bad tags and shit like that, and you may lie to them, they got anything in the car, like, no, like, I'm gonna ask you again, you got something in the car, now, they get you out the car, and they find something in there, like, you definitely getting hands put on you. You feel me?
So was this like an actual police task force?
I wasn't telling nobody, like, everybody.
Oh, okay. No worries. Oh my gosh, because I'm so confused, but I love this. Like, this is cool though. Okay, so they had their own little operation.
Yeah, they did a good job as far as that. Like, if it was Gang Squad right now, that particular Gang Squad unit, like all this little bullshit crime, like these little motherfuckers running, would not be a guarantee.
So why did it
cops
stop?
on videos running from the perpetrator. You feel me? Like, no.
So why did Gang Squad, like, how did that become like a thing where it ended or slowed down, or?
Your guess is as good as mine. Like, don't give me the line. I would love to find out. You feel me? I'm gonna have to ask like my peoples.
Gang Squad, holla at me. I'm trying to get you over here so we can do some business. I want to figure out what the whole shit is.
Gang Squad was real.
So let's talk about this auto show.
Oh yeah, it was. It was freshmen, like high school, man. Me and my partners, we was there. I played on the football team. We linked up the basketball teams. It was like 50, 60 deep. We got like a picture on that big staircase. We took up the whole thing. Somebody has that picture.
My God.
If you see this.
Please, no, seriously. Like, hit me up and hit him up.
So we had a big ass fight with some guys, man, at the auto show. I'm talking like a Royal Rumble, WWF shit.
If y'all remember this for real, send these pictures. Like, we need this.
Yeah, it made the news and everything. And Gang Squad came. It was like a group, us fighting some guys, and the motherfuckers came through like the nigga Thanos and the Avengers and shit. Like, throwing little kids around. Like I said, we was like 14, 15, and we had seniors, niggas 17. Oh man, motherfuckers was swole.
What?
You can't fight them back. It's only gonna get worse.
That's I gotta know who these niggas is, cause I'm confused. You can't fight them back. We can't say if they police or not. They just fucking Avengers, like they come out in the dark and they just be helping shit. But are they really helping or hurting?
I mean, of course, this. You got bad apples everywhere.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure everybody was doing their own shit, but in the midst of it, I think the goal of it was to instill fear and clean up this inner city shit.
Clean the city up.
Yes.
Sweep the city. Yeah. That's a thing though, right? Sweep the city. I heard that somewhere. I don't know. Anyways, so shout out to Gang Squad for real. Like I said, that was a trip down memory lane that I honestly didn't know anything about. It passed me over, so that's really, really cool. But back into kind of like the wine and everything. So I know that you had just sponsored, if I'm not mistaken, a charity event on the 9th.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that, and after you kind of elaborate what that event was, how can people reach out to you for sponsorship just in general?
No problem. So the event was given by Franklin Wright Settlements.
Okay.
Nonprofit organization, real good philanthropic organization in the city. Big, they do a lot. They connected United Way. A friend of mine connected me with them, and they asked could I gift them wine, and I said yeah. The event was called the Spirit of Giving Gala. It was at the MGM Casino. Mayor Dugan was there. There was a lot of people, and really nice. So moved around, spoke with a photographer from Our Detroit magazine, things of that nature. Got his information. if you want some wine. So yeah, reaching out to me to sponsor, you can just hit me up on the DM directly to the website. Is up and after that.
Okay. And one more time, your Instagram. I know we said it in the beginning.
Yes, Omiaj84. OMIAJ 84.
Yeah, so if y'all need some sponsorship, please definitely contact him. We ran into each other just off general energies, I would like to say.
Yes.
And I really, really appreciate and just love the fact that our connection, it was really just like a strong one. And I was very weary at first because I'd be like my social anxiety self. But I know people are so crazy. Y'all don't even know I have social anxiety, but I do. But anyways, knowing that, I just felt like I could learn a lot from you, and I gravitate a lot to people that I can learn from.
Appreciate it.
Like,
I do.
Seriously, and I was literally just like bewildered for real at all the things that you do. Like our initial conversation, it was like 10 things I felt like that you broke down.
What a lot of people won't say, it's like with Elon Musk and Tesla. We know he's very, very smart, but we don't count for like all the other many scientists that's in the laboratory with him. So, like, realistically, my big brother, like my real, like bros do, he the one got the connection for it. And we learned from the people, Italians, how to do this, and then we went into business for our own, and then that was it.
As black people, though, we have got to start doing that more. Like, I get, we get the funds, we're able to pay people to do the stuff, you know what I'm saying? But learning how to do the stuff that you pay people to do, like, it'll take you on a whole different level. And that, I'm even talking to myself, like, because there's so many things that I want to teach myself, like making beats. I want to learn how to, you know what I'm saying, like engineering, all of that stuff, making wine. Like, that's why I'm like, like, this is something that I really want to do. And ever since I had my daughter is when I started getting my interest in wine, period, because obviously the whole like liquor thing just wasn't really a thought for me anymore. And I was breastfeeding too, so that was just not a thought for me anymore. So I'm like, okay, I still want to be able to dip and dab a little bit into, some kind of like extracurricular fun. So let me start looking into wines, and I start really getting like really deep into it, just like the different kind of wines, how you compare them, like the foods that you compare them with, like everything. And it just made me really, really excited. So that's why I like made us a little charcuterie boards and stuff like that, because I just love, like, I'm such a, is it winey or wino? Do you know like what the name for wineys are? I feel like it's winey. I feel like it rolls off my tongue.
I think winey sounds better. Wino is like past due.
Yeah,
Winey
sounds better. Like wino sounds like you going through something.
Definitely waiting for the 8,
Like, what is the thing? Okay, so I love that. So, real quick, what is your favorite kind of wine that you like to drink and that you like to make?
I like dry wine.
Dry wine, me too.
I like
me too.
Dry wine is better with food. Like dinner wine. Sweet wine is cool. Not really good on the sweet, but the wine I like to make it all, because the different fermentation levels you go through, you can see like, okay, let this one go a little bit longer this time, or this time let it go a little bit longer and see if it's sweeter, see if it's drier, and shit like that. So,
I love that. And outside of the wine, because we definitely gonna be talking so much more about that, you do music. You're just a general businessman. You do foot detoxes. What else do you do?
shit.
Or what don't you do? Like,
I try to, whatever, it's like we said, with the energy of the universe, whatever comes to me as an idea. It could be like 3 in the morning. Like, you know what? Currently, I'm working on my own watch line right now, because my little...
You're a jeweler, right?
My jeweler guy.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, I'm not a jeweler.
Well, but
my
you,
little cousin
yeah.
is a jeweler.
Not the turd.
Yeah.
Period.
So, yeah, he, that's what we're working on right now, my watch line. So if it comes to me, and if I pay somebody else to do it, I'm going to train, I'm going to find out. I'm a researcher. I learned research and development. I was big on that.
Okay. Did you go to college?
Yeah.
You did? What college did you go to?
Eastern Michigan.
Did you graduate?
Nah.
Okay. I have to ask. Me either, so that's fine. But yeah, okay. So I'm gonna play a little game with you now. We got, our questions out of the way. I'm gonna get into some little goofy, little fun stuff, break a little ice a little bit. So my question to you, because I see you got your jewels on. It's not the typical jewels like these niggas be out here rocking they ices. You have, what is around your neck right now?
I have some opals. Damn. No, I have a book for them. I have a couple of opals, and I don't have any amethyst over here.
I have amethyst upstairs.
That's crazy. I got a lot of crystals in the car right now. I got like 20.
you're into like crystals and
Over
spirituality.
300 total. I know for sure. I got some new ones out there in the car right now.
So, what makes, I don't know, I'm sure that you've seen this on Instagram. What makes a Grand Risings nigga so toxic? Like, why do people red flag people that start their days or, you know, conversations with Grand Risings? Like, why do you feel like people like that get a bad rep?
Because, you know, everybody's looking for something new to give a bad rep to. You know, everybody, and that's the thing. You can find something wrong with anything.
Hello?
You know what I mean? It's not about the whole faction of it. It's like a person. Like, that nigga may just be bad. Grand Rising, like, shit, I'm gonna stop saying it.
Right.
Like, still be a bad nigga if I don't say it. You feel me? So
they just be finding everything to fucking try to.
But I think Jay Will did that shit. He was that shit. I was cracking up though. But he was right though, I ain't gonna lie, because you have, we call it quote unquote like the fake woke niggas. You know what I'm saying? They getting into it. I'm not mad at that. I used to be a person like, oh man, this nigga getting up on this shit. I'm just happy you up on it.
Absolutely.
But don't come talking to everybody. Yeah, you feel me?
Just so.
Now you going after like you don't want to mess with the quote unquote thoughts or whatever. Now you trying to look at the spiritual lady, you gonna hit him with the Grand Rising, or you gonna hit a nigga girl that you see he not on that tip, so you like, I'm on some different shit. She probably
she ain't never heard a nigga say Grand Rising before. Man, like, still on your manipulative tip, like some bullshit.
So yeah,
I gotta cut it out.
I definitely get it. I get it.
That is so funny. Okay, so speaking of woke, because I know that you are very, you know, spiritually elevated and inclined, I wanted to be able to kind of just. These are simple questions in my opinion, but I'm going to just ask because I'm childish. Alright, welcome back to Alliance Den. We had to break down a couple of segments for y'all so we can get into some fun shiznit. Y'all know I like to be childish or whatnot. So, this segment of our fun time is called How Woke Are You? Now, please correct me if I'm wrong because I know like those fake woke niggas, I'm like not in that category, but I'm above that category, but like 2 steps. So like, I'm still learning, you know what I'm saying? So definitely educate me if I'm wrong myself. But I tried to do a little bit of research so that, you know, I knew what I was talking about. How many chakra scales are there?
You know what I'm saying? Let's see.
Scoring doubles, yeah, you f***ing with this. Ain't no need to be humble with this. I'm saying, how you feeling? How you living? Let's get it cracking. I'm about that action. Tight. I know that's right. And if
you say 12 real quick. BB, what you think? We got a live guest in the audience too today for our wine testing. We got Fast Life BB.
Okay, number 14.
Okay, 14 Weatherfield.
I'm gonna say 7 and 14.
That's my birthday.
You know what? Because that's right. Because that is correct.
That is correct.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah, 7 and 14.
That is crazy because you didn't know for real.
Yes, but that's why I was like, yeah. I'm like, she know what she's talking about.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because it's 7 main chakras. But go ahead and break down like how the 14 is connected to that.
So basically, y'all know with the yin and yang, everything has its reflection. So if it's 7, it's really 14. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Essentially,
okay.
But 7.
Yeah, 7.
But I will accept 14 as an answer.
That's definitely okay. So yeah, with that though, like with the chakras, as you know, that's why I started. When I got taught everything, that's why I started off. So I just went into, I got deeper, just start making sure just my personal, what I did as a person, that starts there every day. Because before you read any literature, any books, that shit right there, that's where it starts.
That's your style.
You know, then everything else you understand, like the entities and the relics and shit that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? When you obtain them, well, when you obtain them, you cleanse them, go there. So the chakra shit, I just start going into the realm like astral projection, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Going there, right there. So it's like I told my homie when we talking about selling weed and shit. I'm like, man, when I first got introduced to selling weed, I got introduced with like pounds of weed. I was like 17 years old. I didn't know how to bag a weed. I seen my brother show me how to bag a weed. I no longer remember. You feel what I'm saying? Because I went to a whole, you know what I'm saying, other shit, so, and everything else. But yeah, I focus in and remember back like, yeah, but you're definitely right there.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Ah, okay, so what does chakra mean?
Just energy.
What does chakra mean? It might try it. Hey, shout out to Moto Jeans, period, on the lighter. Weatherfield.
You should be on camera too.
Yeah, it's energy. I agree with everybody's answer.
So the I'm talking about the energy. The answer that I have, which was just a little bit more like deeper, it basically means wheel or cycle flowing. So because it's supposed to be like a energy flowing. Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I said it's the same thing, but the same thing.
Yeah, definitely. If somebody wanted to explain it on that.
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
But that's dope to have direct terminology. For sure.
So what is woke to you?
I mean, woke is like, that's another thing. Like, people made woke a thing like success. Like, you can't base your success off of somebody else's success. You feel me? Wherever you made it in your life from where you ever made it from, like, that's your success. You know what I mean? So with woke, like, you can't tell a person like how woke they are unless you're communicating with them and you don't try to down them, like you recorrect them, send them in a direction, and then your word is not law either. I was taught by a person like, he'd teach me and he'd tell me to go find out for myself and try to prove him wrong with what he told me. You know what I mean? He's like, go make sure, go find out, prove to me that I'm telling you the truth of what I know from my experiences, you know, the belief. So yeah, so woke, I don't know, man, but fake woke is the Grand Rising niggas, like that type of shit. You feel me? Like, what's the purpose, man? You just in the way, giving niggas a bad rep.
Yeah, trying to make.
Cause like on some real shit, like on the real, like when you at this level with that shit, like you don't even really be on that tip like that. Like you don't be just gonna look for the autos and shit. You know, it don't really be the same.
Yeah.
So that's.
A little bit. Okay. BB, real quick, what is woke to you?
I don't know, maybe like just being within your inner self, understanding, and like knowing that what you put out there is real, and and like this really is a cycle.
Definitely is. Weatherfield, what's your take on woke?
I mean, really personally, I really don't like that word. Because I feel like it does have such a negative connotation on it now. Like, I feel like when you say woke, people tend to think more of like the liberal type of people who would consider themselves woke, the Black Lives Matter people who really use that word a lot, and I just feel like I'm just so far from that, I wouldn't even consider that woke. I feel like woke is being clairvoyant and claircognizant enough to be able to actually see and not just, like you said, acting like them fake woke. I just don't like that word. I don't know.
Man,
We gotta find something else.
And pure-hearted, man. It's
Yeah.
like you can't be in this world. That's what I learned about the astral projection part. Like when you get deeper in that and you finally like actually get to that state, like I haven't even, every night I have a notebook. I'll write everything that I remember in my dreams. Then like lucid dreaming, then I'll try to come back and revisit that. It started working for me. I did it for like 30 days, started working. So astral projection, like you understand, like your spirit is definitely going into other realms. So if your soul is not pure, like so many other entities can attach to your shit and you bring that shit back. You know what I mean? That's why it's a dangerous game with that too. So that's what I'm saying, like your soul gotta be pure and just energy, man. Just put that shit out with you, going back.
I love y'all answers. That was awesome. I feel like, to share mine briefly, I feel like my definition of woke is a mixture of what everyone said. I feel like it is knowing your purpose. That's one of my favorite words. I say that a lot. I feel like knowing exactly who it is that you want to be, and not only who you want to be, but who it is that you were destined to be. I think connecting those two means a lot for what it is that you're here for, again, with purpose. So for me, being quote unquote woke is just being aligned with yourself. That's just what I feel. So yeah. I would love to get y'all opinions and what y'all definitions are of woke in the comments. So definitely drop those comments right up under like, subscribe, and all of that, because I would love to hear what everybody feels and your own personal definition of what woke is to you. But do you consider Stacey Dash, is she woke?
We get hurt though with down 15 years ago.
Man, bless
She
her
ain't been
heart.
shit since more money.
Bless her heart.
For real.
Bless her heart.
For real, for real.
She was asleep for a very long time
Long
too.
time. Long time. So, yeah, long time.
Yeah, I don't even know how she. What was she in a coma or something?
I don't know where she was.
She was with a white man.
White man, obviously.
That's the lady who said she didn't know who that was named Pastor.
Yes.
Oh, she's confused.
And you
Yes.
Damon Dash's cousin. Like, how does that even make sense?
Wow.
They was play cousins. That had to be.
It
Fake.
had to be flaked up. No, he admitted years ago, like when her mom, when Biggs from Rockefeller was on the Breakfast Club, when they was asking about Jay and Dame relationship, he's like, they back together because Stacey's mom passed, which was Dame's auntie or whatever, and they went to the funeral and shit he was talking about. And I'm like, but yeah, that shit is weird. You know, anybody knows that, man.
She's a good boy. You're dead.
Yeah, but no, she's not.
So this is my last chapter segment. It is, who would you save and why? All right now, who would you save and why? R. Kelly or Donald Trump?
Okay, listen here.
And I'm asking everybody. See, I'm gonna
Listen,
get y'all
because
right. Yeah, I'm gonna get y'all.
I don't get too deep into politics because I know that shit. But damn man, I'm gonna be cold.
I need honesty. I need
I'm gonna say
full-blown honesty.
I'm gonna save Donald Trump.
Tell me why.
I'm gonna save Donald Trump simply because there's been a lot of allegations. I've never seen this nigga with a 14-year-old girl. I seen that shit when I was a teenager. Never seen that shit again. Never wanted to see it again. And identified it was a little girl. She had like a body like a fucking little boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, because I see that too. Yeah.
And then on to everything else and all that shit, like, listen here, man. That was enough for me. It was documented. It's not even hearsay. Like, fuck the girl that he kept hostage now. Like, that one thing right there. And we all still listen to his music years later. We did, you know. But I didn't just go bang R. Kelly like I was banging. Because there was so many people out here after that. You know, Trey Songz and niggas was coming up and shit like that. So, yeah, but, yeah, I would have to say Donald Trump.
I'm actually crying.
R. Kelly ain't never gave us no money either, though. So,
You
yeah,
really
I
lied about
gotta say
that.
Donald Trump.
You really lied about that. BB.
Yes, so I'm saving Donald Trump. And he about, not to say that because a life is a life, but you know, he old as hell. And, yeah, that's wrong. I'm young, I'm only 21, so I wasn't around when all that was going on, but just hearing that is just like, how can you like, even...
Yeah, because R. Kelly pushing 60. He about 50 something. So
Yeah, how can you like support something like that? It's just weird. I'm not even talking about all the women and all these girls who was hostage, all that extra shit. Like, that was just foul. And then, wasn't it like documented that he married Aaliyah when she was like 15?
Of course.
Like, what the fuck? That's wrong. Like,
Weatherfield.
Okay, so what you mean, like save them? Like save them from death or jail or like
Save
what?
them from death, like they're dying. You at the end of the day, you have to pick
and
between
you
one
want to save him
person.
because he's a black man. You feel me? Like, I saving a white man, but it's just the kids is where you draw the fucking line, dog, with any fucking
he
body.
knocking on it anyway.
I need to know the truth. I need to know the truth.
And I'm saying, like, Donald Trump probably did the same, or did the same thing.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and play devil's advocate and I'm gonna save my nigga R. Kelly. Y'all ain't just finna gang up on him and save Donald Trump.
Listen, let me be completely honest, because I was waiting for your response, because I knew we was gonna have to say what. But that's why I said tell the truth, bitch. Because let me tell y'all, I have a daughter, and I'm considerate, obviously, of all of that. None of what he did was, we all know that shit was wrong as fuck, like madness. But we don't. There is so many things that I could say that I'm just gonna try to limit because I don't want to be splattered on the internet in a couple years from now. But like, what I personally feel is that outside of the fact that he is a black man, shout out to our people.
That's the only underlying factor he got with me.
What fucks me up is the shit that we don't know about Donald that I know that I'm kind of like for certain that he's done that just hasn't been exploited in the same light that R. Kelly's has. That is one thing for me. Two things is that I personally feel like, I don't know, and I think that's probably just my weakness for black men, period, is that I feel like he needs help, you know what I mean? Like, he needs help, like, obviously, like, a different kind of help that his fans can't give him just through supportive music. Like, he has gone through, obviously, documented shit that we all know about, some crazy-ass shit, molestation, fucking, just the whole dynamic between his mother and him. Like, he needs serious help, like, you know what I mean? And I feel like obviously jail is not helping him. That's not going to help him. They're not getting him any help in jail. They were just trying to make an example of another black man, and I hate that part because it's like the shit that he did again was fucked up. Back it up a lot of it, go back to how he was raised. That starts with a lot of us, like, and the support that we have or the drive that we have within ourselves to, again, want to be better. Like I said, with that whole woke thing, like, where do we want to go in life? And he obviously did not have enough fucking people around him that were encouraging him to not take the route that he was taking, because everybody knew what the fuck he was doing around
He grew
us.
up in the Cabrini Green Projects in Chicago and he told the bitches down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the shit he did go grow up rough. And so my underlying factor for saving R. Kelly would be he's a black man, and like you said, knowing the things I do know, but just as far as an up question, like what we can see when we can't, it would be him. You know what I'm saying? But if everything that I do know was exposed, of course, it's gonna be him on top, because I'm pretty sure it's Trump shit trumps his shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, literally, he's a white man. Like,
I just
think
feel like
about
that's
it.
a weird question because
I had to
because
ask
first of all, I don't get shit from Trump. I don't get shit from R. Kelly. Like, as far as bettering myself, becoming a better person after saving either one. So it's like,
I needed to get the conversation. I wanted to see.
So it's white supremacist sex trafficker. White supremacist.
And it's a deeper
trafficker.
conversation. That's what I'm saying, though. If you think about it, like, that's why I had to ask it. My mind.
Yeah, but see, and that's because, like, with everything we're focused on, it's like a longer scale to all the shit. Like, we get the police brutality and all that shit like that, but with us, it's way, way longer than that. Just like, even with the New York school system, like, the same people that fucking make their school desks and shit are the same motherfuckers that make all the supplies and beds and shit for the prisons in New York. You know what I mean? Like, straight pipeline shit like that. Like, that shit's not being talked about enough. Like, the dropout rate, the teachers, even like with Michigan right now. The Michigan lottery was supposed to save the fucking schools. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck happened? There's a lot of money in the Michigan lottery, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, it is a weird question, but for entertainment purposes and, like you said, controversial purposes, like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I have to ask it. It's the Lions Den. We have to get real hot and controversial real quick. Let's lighten the mood up. Let's get some drinks. Y'all at home, get some drinks, smoke some weed, relax your stress. I know I stressed all of us out for a second. All right, another little mild stressful, but not too stressful. Beyonce or Kelly Rowland?
What's that? Kelly Rowland.
Why?
Because I believe Kelly Rowland was just equally as talented, man. Her voice is amazing. Kelly Rowland looks good naturally. You know what I mean? She carries herself a little bit different. Like it seems like her spirit is different from Beyonce's. And yeah, Kelly Rowland.
All right, BB.
Same with Beyonce. I love how she carries herself. She's very talented. She does everything. Like, I just love seeing Beyonce. Kelly Rowland cool too, though. Like, I like her.
All right.
Well, I'm definitely saying Beyonce for sure. Like, that's the Virgo mother right there. But I wouldn't just let Kelly die. Like, I'd probably try to save both of them. Like, you know, like
that'd be a real tight fight for me because my thing is personally Beyonce. I just grew up literally thinking I was like little Beyonce. I was always the Beyonce in my family. Like just every talent show, every fucking audition, I was Beyonce. So it was just like she's always been such a huge influence on my life. Like I am definitely a Beyonce fan. So
They may come back and bite me later on.
you know, like I definitely am gonna have to say Beyonce. However, if at any possibility there was a chance I could say Kelly.
I'm just gonna say Rihanna at first.
Because I love Kelly. I fuck with Rihanna too. I definitely fuck with Rihanna. I just didn't like. I feel like Kelly and Rowan have a lot of comparisons, like musically. I do feel like they are a lot alike, honestly. So that's kind of why I put them together, and I feel like they influence each other a lot. And I feel like Beyonce gets a lot of her influence from Kelly, if we're being completely honest. So I just love their dynamic. Period. They're both extremely talented.
That's a good answer though. Say
Yeah,
I'm
like,
trying to at least.
Kelly is definitely a GOAT. Like her music is insane. I love all her music. So like I love both of them. But that would be my thing. Alright. So Chloe versus Lotto.
I'm a trapper, not a rapper. Everybody wants till they get it, then it crack.
Bailey?
Yeah, Chloe Bailey.
Chloe Bailey on top.
Okay.
And I fucks with Lotto. You know what I'm saying? But Chloe Bailey, just, you know, you got different shit going on. Versatility, you know, range, as far as the artistry, music-wise, sonically, you know.
I would honestly have to go with Chloe also. I fuck with Lotto the long way. She's super talented, been in the game for a very long time. But musically, I think I listen to more Chloe just in general than I do Lotto, just because she's in that versatility. She's like the Beyonce, so definitely love her.
I'm gonna pick Lotto. I really do listen to her. Like, I listen to Chloe too. I think she's cool. I love her Beyonce thing she got going on. I see her being the next Beyonce. But as far as Lotto go, I just feel like she's underrated. Like, I feel like she cold for real.
Yeah.
I really like her. Like, I think
She's definitely hard. Lotto's hard.
and she like,
I'm taking
I feel like
that
she motivates me. Like when I listen to her music, I just feel like, yes, I'm gonna get the bag.
Period. Yeah, her music do make me feel like that.
Fuck everybody, I got this, even if it's all on
She's
my
damn
back.
good
Like,
though,
real
yeah.
shit.
Lotto, don't take nothing away from her at all.
Definitely. What you think?
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna
she
say
paid
Lotto.
homage too.
You said Lotto?
I love it, but she paid homage.
Alright, that's Lotto. Last one. Prince versus Michael Jackson.
Of course you're gonna try to say both.
It's not even hard for me.
Prince for me.
Okay. Why?
I'm more relatable. Like, I was more like, Prince more relatable to me. You know, growing up, you know, more day to time. And Michael Jackson, don't get me wrong, like great entertainer. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what ultimately set them apart. Michael Jackson's entertainment factor. Because at the same time, Prince played fucking 1,000 instruments, sing, write the songs for 10, 12, 15 other groups. And you might not even know about the shit, and won't even tell you about the shit, and just keep rocking, you know? So I think that was the only thing, the underlining factor. And people don't talk about Michael Jackson's actual team that helped him be him. The songs written for him, these guys like Prince, they tell you it was all him. All him, you know? So it was the entertainment factor, I think, that separated them, but Prince for me.
I feel like I'm really young for this conversation. But probably Michael Jackson. I know more Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I'm saving Michael Jackson for sure. Like, I've never been obsessed with nobody else on that level except Beyonce. I'd say Michael Jackson are the only people I've ever, like, fangirled for. So yeah, it's for sure Michael Jackson.
Honestly, it's a hard conversation for me. I'll be completely honest with you. I like both of them equally, in a sense. They're very different artists, obviously, but like you said, I really fuck with Prince. My mom loved
Man, that's the
Prince.
thing too, man. It was just, and like I got to actually see him in concert. You feel me? It was like a big difference, you know.
Like I found out about Sheila E. Like all of this. Like, and actually, my niece's grandfather, he played with Prince. He was the guy with the raccoon hat. So it was just like I found that out.
I think his name was Doctor.
Yeah.
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 And Morris Day just won a legendary award just off of all this stuff. Like what, 2 weeks ago? Yeah.
That shit hard, like, so I'm not gonna answer that, but y'all put your comments down below, and we're about to get into some wine tasting. Definitely make sure, again, you follow us, like, subscribe. Let's get into it. We are back. We're about to do some wine tasting, y'all, and if you haven't noticed, this is the official Heart of Lion's Den logo. Super, super excited. Ruby Rose. So, tell me about the process. Did you make these? Like, you made these yourself? Or?
Brother and I, yes. Everything, labels, you know, we share some guys. So we print them, seal them, package them, bottle them, wine. So this one right here, this one for the process, like the quickest one is, you know, aged up.
Okay.
Present.
And what kind is that one?
This right here is the Ruby Rose right here. I just put your logos and all of them right here.
Yes.
This right here is Chardonnay, and this right here is light sangria, Blanco sangria.
Go sangria.
White grapes, yeah.
Yes, let's get into it. I want to taste. So I'm going to allow you the honors to do the pours.
Okay.
This is super, super dope. I'm super excited. And when you do the pours, I want you to tell us what kind of pairings would be good with it as far as like meal pairings, yes.
Gotcha. Everybody get it?
Yes, yes.
Pussy make the world go round. Know it's going down. Pussy make the world go round. Know it's going down. Pussy make the world go round. Know it's going down. Pussy make the world go round. Know it's going
Ruby Rose, sweet wine, a little bit.
That bottle is so fucking pretty.
You said that's the rosé?
Yeah.
Now is that one sweeter, drier?
Yeah, this was sweet right here. A little dryness to it because of the Blanco grapes. You know, Blanco grapes, they can, the longer you ferment them, the sweeter they get.
Just after that, yours.
Does color have anything to do with the sweetness? Like, can it something be that color and then be extremely dry?
Oh
as well?
yeah, of course, yes. Let's see. I give you one. They have like certain Merlot. It's like not red Merlot. It's a lighter Merlot, and it's just dry as hell. It really is. They have a sangria that's like
That's
dry.
what you just had the other day was a Merlot.
Yeah, dry. I like.
See, typically females don't like dry wine.
They don't.
I love a good dry. Like, I'll tell someone, give me the dry stuff because I know it's gonna hit.
It's the wave in your brain. Like you passed the sugar and salt level. That means you're ready to be vegan already.
I am vegan.
Because that's
She is
something.
vegan, yeah.
Yeah, see, because you already know that your brain and your stomach only operate in two frequencies.
And
Salt
I
sugar.
went vegan for 7 months, and so like that's why I'm just like that sweet shit. To taste cute. I don't fuck with sweet wines. Merlot has always been my favorite wine. Cabernet.
It tastes so good too.
Yes.
It's really good.
So what's a great pairing that will go with this? And this tastes amazing.
You got some
by the way.
cheese. You got some cheese over there.
I do.
You can do cheese with that, of course. You can do chocolate with it, dark chocolate. Let's see. What have I actually eaten with the rosé? I don't eat cheese, obviously, but my mom said it's good with cheese. She said She had crackers. They were avocado oil crackers. Like, I forgot what they were. Italian like seasoning. She said those were good with her. She was just eating them like chips. And with this wine, I mean, it was just with food. Pastas is good with. You can eat pasta. You can eat fish. Seafood is really, really good with that. Yeah.
I love it.
Chardonnay is good with seafood too.
And it's super light, but it has a bite to it. Like, it's not heavy. It's smooth. Like,
Because it's natural.
clean.
We don't use any sugars, no preservatives, no additives, anything. So realistically, you have to keep this wine chilled. To be honest, it has to be cold, but it could just be like in the
It's
basement.
bubbly. Y'all got some bubble.
It could like be in the basement, you know, but too hot, you don't want to reverse fermentation because it's just natural. We don't put any preservatives in it. And I was testing some stuff with like, you know, drops of lemon juice or lime juice. I know that preserves things just to see, but I didn't want it to alter the taste. And so I'm trying to get more shelf life with it instead of having to always have it in a cooler or juice.
Absolutely. I love this. All right. So what's the next one on the track?
Let's go with the...
I heard when you go wine tasting, you're not supposed to swallow the wine. Is that true?
No, you're supposed to swallow the
Oh.
wine. That's crazy. That's crazy. But some people, no, let me take it back. Some people don't. And it depends on the wine tasting you're going to. It's
Like, I
real.
think when you go to actual vineyards, I think that's where you're supposed to, I don't know, I think that's like bougie protocol or whatever the
They spit
case.
it back out and all
Right.
that shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, you do swirl.
Yeah, right.
They spit it back out. But yeah, like, nah, I'm cool on that. I don't care how bougie it is. Like,
Okay.
I'm drinking my wine.
Right.
But at the same time, once you drink it, if you're tasting, once you drink it, that taste is going to sustain. So for your next wine, it's going to be, you're going to get the full flavor or effect.
Oh, is that why they do that? Okay.
Yeah, that's why they do that. It's like when you go to the dispensary, you smelling weed,
Right,
different weed.
right.
They give you
Coffee grain.
Coffee
coffee
grounds,
grains,
right.
just like perfume. They give you coffee grains, it just resets you and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for wine, outside of spitting it out, do you know if there's another way to reset?
No, I haven't even looked into that.
Okay.
I definitely don't indulge
You
in the
know, your
spitting.
resetting ways, let us know, you know, because, you know, for people that don't want to spit their wine out, we enjoy,
It's fucking
you know,
gross.
drinking, you know, our wine.
Right, because that was my whole thing. Was like, where the hell they spitting it at?
Just spitting on the goddamn ground, like,
I was about to say something. Do that in the joint.
yeah.
But look who's doing the spitting though.
That's
Like,
right. You right there, for real. So, because I just went to a wine tasting in downtown Detroit. Shout out to House of Pure Vin, and they
Black
had
owned too.
absolutely black
I
owned,
spoke
black
with her.
female owned.
Yeah, I spoke with her. She like her story is very compelling.
She's
very
amazing.
amazing.
My
Amazing.
friend works there as a DJ, and she also just works
That's
there.
dope. Like,
Yeah.
she's amazing. Yeah.
She's super, yeah. She's awesome, and I would definitely recommend that everybody go and try them out down there. But they had a wine tasting, and we definitely weren't spitting. We were drinking things naturally, you know, regularly, and it was very, very good. So check them out downtown Detroit. This is yummy.
Now in the summertime, I have watermelon Moscato and green apple Moscato. And I bought this 6-in-1 juicer. I can make almond milk out of it and sorbet. So I learned how to make wine sorbet, like red wine sorbet. Then I get it perfected so I had the right shit. Cause I want to bring that out for this summer.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's like, if you ever been to New York, you ever spent time, like lived in New York? I lived in New York for a while. If you had like a real New York Italian icy, like on the street, change your life. Change your life.
We're going, actually,
Change your life.
to New York.
You know what I'm saying? Summertime, though, I don't know if they have them out in the winter.
We're not going now.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, summertime for sure, though. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do for that year.
I love it. Okay, boom. What's next? Where do you go?
No, right here. Chardonnay.
Chardonnay.
Give me a little drier. Oh, yeah, got you.
Chardonnay.
Now, is all this wine made from grapes, or do you have other means? Like, do you use other fruits, like blueberries?
I
or-
have used other fruits to make wine, but primarily just all grapes, different California grapes.
California. Have you tried muscadines at all?
No, I haven't.
You should.
Okay.
You should really try muscadines. Back when I was living in Atlanta, the farm I was working at, the lady who owned the farm, she made muscadine wine. When I tell you,
Get you fucked up.
man, I'm talking about worse than any alcohol I've ever had. I'm just like, oh my God, this is straight up muscadine wine from the farm. Like,
Yeah, my granddad, he used to make, before we even got into this, we used to always have holiday parties. He used to make this wine. He used to always have pears. The bottom, like, the bottom, like, you drink this shit and you fucked up. Like, and everybody tell you, wait, and say, listen, just don't eat the pear at the bottom. You'll be able to go home. Like, you eat the pear, you're not going nowhere. Like, these pears are just sitting in this wine that he's made for months.
just absorbing all that good.
So sweet. The pear is so sweet, and it still has like a firmness to it. It's not soggy. Eat it, that pear is like damn near a whole bottle of wine in like one shot. After you drink a cup of wine, it's good. But I know that's probably really.
I
really
would, yeah.
good.
Whenever you decide to try that, come back.
I surely will.
Okay, that's
I
gonna be
surely will.
delicious.
I'm gonna. You said muscadine.
Muscadine, yeah.
Muscadine. Awesome. Thank you for that.
Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
I love that.
you. Yeah.
So tell me about this Chardonnay.
It's dry. It's a little bit drier than that. So this is good. Like you steak eater. You can eat this with salads.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you can definitely eat it with salads, vinaigrette, raspberry vinaigrette dressing, stuff like that. Nothing too creamy, you know. So Chardonnay is a good summertime wine too. Afternoon, you can take this out in the afternoon, even though it's dry. It's light still. It'll creep up on you later.
It's very, very smooth. Now, I don't eat tilapia, but I can see this being paired with like some grilled tilapia,
Eat it with like some seared swordfish.
Yes, I was gonna say that, but I haven't had that. But I felt that's so funny. I literally just felt like that would be a good pair.
That was the part for me with the vegan thing. It was the seafood. But you know when you realize how nasty all the shit is.
I was
Yes,
just saying
God.
to my homegirl.
You know what I'm
I was
saying?
saying to my homegirl about mussels. I'm just like I cut into
Yeah, I
one,
was that, like,
and all the shit came out. I'm just like,
No, have y'all ever like did that thing where you poured the pop on the meat and then watch all the parasites come out?
I've
Coca-Cola,
tried that, but luckily
Coca-Cola
nothing like
and
that
shit.
has actually came out when I've done it.
Because essentially that's the same process of what's happening when you ingest it. When it gets into your stomach acid and then all the parasites come out, that's
Yeah, it's like if you spray some Raid in somebody's corner that got roaches, it's gonna come out.
I mean, it's not gonna happen all the time if you got a good clean cut of meat. You
Yeah,
know
because
what
I
I'm
was gonna
saying?
say, trust me, I have tried it, and thank God, because I literally
Yeah.
waiting for, even with
Right.
like strawberries and stuff, like I've done it. Like,
No,
just
for
to
real,
see
yeah.
if, like the shit would happen.
I know a few guys that actually hunt. You know, they like, man, if you're gonna do it, they were like, he said, I don't buy any meat from the store. Like, I seen the guy one time who was eating, he told me it was an elk patty. What the fuck is an elk?
Bruh, if you don't kill it and raise it yourself, really, you can't trust it.
You
For
can't
real.
trust it.
So
You can't trust it. So he said that's the
Yeah.
best. That's the best way to do it, just like that. But with the seafood, I just started watching these fishermen. I used to watch Deadliest Catch because I was fascinated by the money they used to make, like off of one tuna, like $250,000 and shit, you know. And it led me down a rabbit hole to watching guys on YouTube and seeing this one fisherman / butcher, had a nice piece of salmon up there. Opened them up. You know, here, this how most butchers do it. And I will tell you, they do this. So you see all this right here? Nothing. It was darkish, like black. You know, and you can see the worms, parasites right there. So he said most butchers, look, this motherfucker cut the section out, got rid of that, and gave you the meat, the good meat around it. I said, see, that's nasty.
that's what they do.
Yeah.
That's what they. Same thing with like the regular meat. They'll throw some blood on it and package it up and give it to you.
And then give it to you. And give it to you.
Well, luckily,
We just gotta buy a farm, y'all. That's all.
That's it.
And raise our own food. That's all.
That's it.
that's it.
That's all we gotta do.
That is it. That is it. Because, goddamn.
I know, right? I was a guy, I'm telling you, I used to eat yellowtail, I had squid.
Yes, all the
I've
time.
never
Yes.
had
all
squid
that
before.
shit.
I don't think I've ever had squid before.
Love the
Somebody
squid.
dared me one time to eat some
So we use
frog
Atlanta,
legs. It was absolutely disgusting.
Did you go over to STK in Atlanta?
I wanna say I tried them one time. I think.
Yeah, they have the best squid though. It's like, it was like purple, and they have all the purple potatoes on it.
And see, cause they didn't fry it or nothing like that.
Nah.
They just.
Yeah, it was good, man. But yeah, just everything, especially down here. We don't even know. Undiscovered land. We don't know what the hell. That's the real outer space right
I just
there.
watched a movie and they basically had showed how there was an entire underworld.
Girl, yes.
See?
Fucking
It's on
yes.
Netflix. I can't think of it. But when I will, like, I will literally text you. It was
We have
such
to
a
have another
great.
segment. Bring me back when
Such
we
a
go
great
on that type of stuff.
Yeah,
I'll
that shit was
definitely,
great.
because I go.
That shit was great. That shit was great. But I can't think of it. But I'll let y'all know what it is. But it was an amazing movie.
Crazy shit. But yeah.
I love it. So I love this.
do
Like I
too.
said, I recommended, like I said, what I felt like it would be cool with. Even
How you
some
feel?
grapes.
I like this one because I don't
It's
like
sweeter,
dry.
'cause it's okay.
I like this one so much.
She like that ruby. She like the ruby.
I like the way the ruby tastes, but this, I can see me going for this every time.
That's how I am with it. Most definitely.
I want to wait until I taste the third one. So let's get into what the last one is.
I know you feel it. You know I'm the truth.
These are the same color. This looks lighter than this one.
This might have been the Blanco.
Yeah, you said the Blanco
Okay.
sangria, yep.
Yeah. So the Blanco sangria is usually sweet, but the Blanco sangria is actually similar to that right there. But you might like this.
The Chardonnay.
A little lighter, yeah.
Yeah, my girl, she definitely that's right. Yeah, right.
Basically fermenting the same thing, the same barrel.
Really, really good. Very, very clean tasting, y'all. Like, it doesn't taste frothy. It's not giving asthmatic like that. I'm about to pass me that
Ooh,
glass.
it's good.
That glass on there.
And I don't know if you told us, but how much do these bottles go for? Or start at?
These right here, my 750 milliliter bottles, depends on what the wine is, because each wine flavor, the price varies, but overall I try to keep my bottles at least about $12, $13 a bottle for the big ones. So these would be like $6, $7, right? Yeah.
Come on, man. Y'all don't have no excuse.
No excuses.
No excuse. No excuse not to support.
12 ounces.
Y'all see how many pours we just got out of this, and it's still leftover wine, so definitely, and it's so good. It's so clean tasting.
This one tastes almost like water.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
haven't
was
tasted this one.
That's
Yeah.
the Blanco.
That shit clean.
Yeah, like it almost tastes like water almost.
That's the Blanco sangria right here. That's
Well, that's dangerous.
Cause I'm over here like,
Yeah, I feel that.
It'll creep up on you.
So I said that's dangerous.
So just learning how to do it and just like and just flushing out. It's like growing. It's like when you grow weed, man. When I first learned about growing marijuana, so all right, cool. I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna get this shit. I'm gonna get this shit. Then I started looking up ways. I met a white guy. He showed me how to make my own nutrients naturally. Then he showed me how in the last 2 weeks of growing weed, like it's your biggest water, nothing else, straight water. And you're gonna flush every piece of shit out of there so you have clean weed. You know what I mean? People think like, well, no, I gotta put all this in and get the potency. Like, you know, it's actually the strain of weed you get, it's how you grow the weed. You know, so at the end of it, the curing process and the flushing process, we try to make it.
I love that. So what would be a good pairing for this Blanco?
That's new. I don't know. That's new. First.
What do you feel like?
First
would be
here.
tested? I think so light. I think this would be really good with salads. I think that this might even go good with like lighter, even though like I know y'all don't eat meat, but I think that this would go good with like a shrimp salad, even a chicken salad.
I think this would go good with something a little heavier though. Like I don't need to eat meat, but I would pair this with something like a little heavier, like some potatoes, maybe like a steak or something, just because
I can see it going with
it's
steak
so.
too.
I would have said I would have ate that shit with like a fajita.
It's so like clean. I can see somebody just guzzling it, and it's like, damn, you eating a salad, and it's like, no, you need some steak to absorb this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I
You
feel
keep
that.
drinking,
Yeah.
corn, and then so just trying to figure out different lines, like okay, how strong to make it, because our primary one is the Black Moscato, and the alcohol volume on there is 16.5.
Shit.
Yeah.
And the shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you, real quick, you also did a wine for BMF?
Yes, so yeah, my brother, because that's his era, you know, so he had the connection with that when he was in Georgia and being out in Southwest Detroit and growing up out there. Whatever. So yeah, he hooked up Lou Da Vinci, a couple other guys from the mob, and just sponsor parties, wine parties, did merch and everything. Before the series came out, he was already kind of had like BMF.
And that was in stores for people to purchase?
Yeah, you can get it. Yeah, you can get it. So yeah, it's all documented. You gotta be authorized to do stuff like that.
Facts.
You know? Yeah. So yeah,
That's dope.
That's it.
Thank you so much. This was literally
Thank you.
amazing. We had such a good time. Thank you so much, That's like BB, for coming out and being part of the wine tasting. Of course, what I feel behind the camera, okay? And JAIMO, I'm super appreciative for just this process.
Yeah, I just like to see people build and just going for what they go for.
This is amazing, seriously, and what you're doing, everything that you're doing,
Thank you.
literally is amazing because you do so much and you're so interested in learning, and that's really like refreshing to see, just from a black man in general. And I really applaud you for everything that you do and how you manage everything. That's amazing. So shout out to you, congratulations to you and everything that's to come.
And I need to get you like my video. I got a homegirl, got a dance studio, so
Okay.
I'm doing theme videos. Like I told her, like all my rap shit, that's why the mask kind of work for me, because all my videos, I'm wearing masks.
Okay.
Video, gonna be the super.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
shy as shit, man. I really
That's your
don't.
thing.
Yeah, I know it's my thing.
That's your thing, I got that.
So
I
yeah, I
love
got a
that.
video, I got a couple of them.
For sure, we're gonna work.
Camera still rolling?
Yeah. So, period. Make sure again y'all follow him. Subscribe to the Lions Den. It's TIERATANAI. Boom. AP's Culinary and Arts, because this segment will be a part of that since we did our wine tasting and our pairing. And make sure again you guys support black business. We have to encourage that. We have to support that always. That's where we are, that's where we came from, and yeah, so thank you so much again for coming to the Lions Den.
Yeah, they did a good job as far as that. Like if it was Gang Squad right now, that particular Gang Squad unit, like all this little bullshit crime, like these little motherfuckers around it would not
be able to go on.
guarantee.
So
Now
why
I
did
see
it
cops
stop?
on videos running from the perpetrator. You feel me? Like no,
So
they
why did
come
Gang
in at you.
Squad, like, how did that become like a thing where it ended or slowed down or?
Your guess is as good as mine. Like
Wow.
don't give me the line. I would love to find out. You feel me? I'm gonna have to ask like my peoples. They involved.
Gang Squad, holla at me. I'm trying to get you over here so we can do some business. I want to figure out what
Gang
the
Squad
whole
was-
shit is.
Gang Squad was real.
So let's talk about this auto show.
Oh.